Hello everyone, it's me Julian again, and for this video I wanted to go over some spreads, some spreads you may be completely familiar of, and others. Let me go and, let me scoot this back so you can see me better, but some other spreads may not, you probably be the first time you're hearing about this, but there are many, as you know, like obviously with tarot, there are many spreads, to be honest. I honestly don't do it. I honestly do a couple of them. There's some that I found online that are pretty interesting. Like there's the 3 card spread, past, present, future. Obviously, this is a famous Celtic spread, but I'm sure every one of you guys knows that one. There's the 4 card spread, which I'll just show you guys here. For example, like here's the 3 card, past, present, future. I'm gonna just not do reversals because I'm gonna just do all this for the sake of showing it and for example. But here's, no, I messed it up. Oops, my bad. But yeah, here's past, present, future spread. I'll do that one for y'all. Now here's past, present, future. Now here for the past. Oh wow, this is kind of accurate actually. There's past, the King of Cups. I'm a pretty kind of chill. I'm a pretty kind of calm and reserved person. I'm usually to myself. Like I prefer to do things on my own. I prefer to hang out by myself. Not like I'm alone or anything. Like if a friend calls me up, I'll hang out with them. Here's to the present. Here's the devil, and I'll go explain this. And I guess is 8 of Pentacles. I want to say, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 9 of Pentacles. My bad. Yeah. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, my bad. I had to read it 3 times. I'm dumb, but okay. So with this card, this is the past, King of Cups, present, the Devil, and the future, 9 of Pentacles. Now, these are how these pertain to me. Now, for the King of Cups, I'm kind of an introvert. I guess I would say I'm an introvert. Like, I don't really talk to people often, or at least like in person. Like, I'm not really a big fan of calling people. I'd rather like either do a video chat with someone or do just text them, whether it be like on Discord, uh, or like I don't know WhatsApp or some other social media or messaging app. I'm pretty kind of a chill person. Like nothing really bothers me. Like you'd have to like really say something really messed up or personal, really to get on my skin, or just constantly like mess with my things or like touch things without my permission. And even then, that's like just a couple of things that really bites at my skin. Nothing really bothers me, to be honest. But yeah. For the present, I got the Devil. Now, for the Devil, I'm gonna be honest. I've just recently been just kind of just feeling like I'm just nervous about the future. To be honest, I feel like nah, cause in my I've been wanting to maybe do this as like a career, but I'm kind of scared that I might mess up. Like like I may get the wrong cards for someone and they accuse me of being like a phony. Which I'm not trying to be a phony. I'm not trying to scam people. I'm not trying to. I'm doing this because I love it. I've always loved the idea of tarot cards, psychics, astrology, things of that nature. Another thing is, I guess I could say, I'm kind of like very shy. I'm a very shy person in real life. Like I may seem very social, like on these videos or like online, but in real life, like I'm very shy. Like meeting new people is kind of like I guess gives me anxiety. Or like not really panicky, but anything like that. But you know, uh, yeah, I kind of do have a couple other personal stuff. I'm not really gonna go into detail that kind of eggs on me a bit. But I really just subside that with things that I love, like these cars, for example, playing games, PC gaming, or like playing games with like my brother, watching YouTube videos about the topics I love, like video games, watching like comedy YouTubers or like skit YouTubers, stuff like that. Now for this last card, this Nine of Pentacles. I can't have any count them in my head because I'm just crap at this. But in the Nine of Pentacles, let's say this would be telling me that this really isn't like a specific spread like this, like, to be honest. But I feel like this one is telling me if I just get through this one, I just gotta bear through it. It's not permanent. It's just a warning card, because that's what the Devil is. The Devil is a warning card. It doesn't mean like, for those of you who are unfamiliar with tarot or something like that, it doesn't mean like the Devil's out to get you. Though it is a warning card, however, it could be like an unhealthy relationship, a toxic relationship. It could be a warning of addiction, like maybe you're addicted to video games, beer, whatever. It could be a warning that maybe a friend at work is maybe gonna backstab you, or maybe isn't as friendly, as much of your friend as you think he or she is. But that's just a handful of examples of what the Devil card means. But for this, I feel like if I just pay more attention to this, I'm being like more in tune with my emotions and filtering out the negativity and just letting the positivity come in. I'll basically be kind of like on a lavish lifestyle emotionally. I know. Even if I'm not making too much money, maybe I'm kind of struggling a teensy bit financially, I'll still be pretty happy. Because I'm not letting that negativity or the fact that I'm not making much money, for example, in the future, if that were to happen, I'm not letting that dictate how I feel. Because the thing is that if you're negative, only negativity, you reap what you sow. I know that's a common saying, but if you're negative all the time, only negative things are going to happen, or negative things are going to come your way. But if you're positive and you look at the bright side of every negative situation, that's what I live by. Go. My cat's a plane, but go. If you're ever in a negative situation, just know there's always the light at the end of the tunnel. There's always that ray of sunshine that will seep through the storm clouds. There's always going to be that little thing that'll help you along the way. But yeah, that's what these cards do for me, is that they show me. That's what my hobbies do. They help me. That's what talking with friends, family. That's what they do, because obviously they're family. But that's just my 3 cents on this spread. Let's see. Here, another example. Here, let me go ahead and just do. This is probably the most iconic, or probably the most well-known of the tarot spreads. And I don't know if I'm gonna have to scoot my phone back, because I'm doing this on my phone. I don't have a camcorder or like things like that. Oops. But yeah, this is probably the most iconic tarot spread out there. I'm pretty sure even people that don't know anything about tarot has probably seen this, which is obviously, this is the Celtic cross spread, which, here, let me, oh, oops, oh my goodness, but here, I'm not going to do reversals right now, because I just want to do this for the sake of an example. These cards are probably not evenly distributed, but look in my hands. But here's a card for a question. For example, here, what's the future of my YouTube channel? Here. Now, I'm kind of a noob when it comes to the Celtic spread, because I usually just do it for myself. But here's what's the future of my YouTube channel? What should I do? And here's another thing: is if you're doing the Celtic spread, or like the wiffle shuffle, like I just did, the cards will somewhat bend. One thing, I don't know if some of y'all may go crazy, but just do that to I guess flatten, not really flatten them, but make sure they're not all curved. But here's the Here's a Celtic cross. I want to say this 1, 2, 3. Let me move this up ahead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to say. I'm sorry. I don't really do the Celtic cross spread from often, so I'm sorry if I mess this up. But here, I'm sure I'm gonna get the basic message. But here's for my first card. I got the 4 of Pentacles. Ooh, from my crossing card, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to say that's 7 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Swords. Let's see, this is the 9 of Pentacles, the Devil, Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Swords. Now, you can post your interpretation of this in the comments. Feel free to do that, but here's my interpretation. What I feel like this means is that there's going to be some points in my YouTube career, or like my tarot career, where I feel like I'm not doing good enough, or like I'm not being successful enough. Like obviously I know the 4 of Pentacles is symbolic of financial stability, and like I guess you could say like emotional stability if you want. I guess, but mainly like finances. I could say like I'm gonna make money. Like I'm not gonna be like dirt poor or something like that. But while I'm somewhat successful, like not like famous or anything, but like successful in my career, but I'm also gonna feel like while I'm successful, I'll feel like it's not really that worth it, or like I'm not doing good enough, or like I'm just unable to be like 100% content with like my success. Like there's just gonna be like something egging at me or irking at me that's making me feel like not as happy or like thrilled at my success or thrilled out like my career as I should be. Now, I feel like with the Devil card, it could be warning me that doing this and letting these little things irk at me could lead me down a path of failure, or maybe mess me up, or maybe prevent me from doing tarot reading for myself and others in general. But I feel like if the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like since I'm not doing reversals, I feel like this would be reversed. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like if I gave into these negative thoughts and these negativities in the back of my head, or like these, like what if I fail? Like what if I'm absolute garbage at this? What if people think I suck, or etc. This will cause me to fail. Hence, why I feel like the Wheel of Fortune would be reversed. Now, I feel like the 9 of Swords. This card, as everyone probably knows, this card is a symbolic of anxiety or worry. I feel like I am worrying a bit about maybe not being able to succeed or even be able to get this started in the first place. I feel like the 3 of Swords could possibly be like, how I would feel, like failing would absolutely devastate me. And so I feel like that's like it goes together, the swords, and then the knight of, and then here. But here, I think what this is telling me is, I will be successful if I really just try. I don't let things bother me. I just say go for it. I'll be successful. I'll do good. And then and then here, I'll got some money in this card, but the 9 of Swords, I just gotta think positively and just go for it. I feel like if I do both those things, I'll probably do pretty good. I just gotta maintain positivity, stay positive. If I have like a minor setback, not to let that basically make me come to a crashing halt. I just gotta go with the flow and go for it and go do it. Go for it. I gotta maintain positivity. because I'll be success. I feel like I'll be successful as long as I don't let any sort of negativity or negative backlash bother me. Because if I'm not going to do reversals, maybe some people may criticize me like, oh, you're not going to do reversals. That's kind of dumb. Da, 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 or something like that. Like people will think I'm not as good as a card reader as others, just solely as a fact that I prefer not to do reversals. But yeah, here's just my interpretation of the spread. Yeah, I'll probably put that in backwards order, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it, on the different spreads, on how to pay, on the different spreads and stuff like that. Here, oh yeah, here's. I know there's probably multiple other spreads, but this video is already too long. But I'm gonna do one more spread. This is a spread of 5 cards, which basically entails your far past, your present, and your future, and like the near future and the future, and like your far future. Now, with card reading, this card is kind of a recent past because I got this deck from a friend a few months ago. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just trying to reiterate. But yeah. I feel like I'm getting better with a riffle shuffle. I don't know, like at times I mess it up and it gets stuck, but I feel like I'm doing better. Other than that, I'm just lucky since I'm on camera. Yeah, here's oops, almost pulled out 2 cards, but here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're wondering, 4, 5. But if you're wondering how I got like the idea for these different spreads, I'm sure most of you, Biddy Tarot, it's a little website that you can learn it. It's basically like, I'm not sure if they do like interpretations for like the other tarot decks, but it's pretty good. Like if you're a beginner with like the wider weight deck, I feel like if you don't have like an instruction manual, like you just lost like that little booklet that came with it. I feel like that's a good alternative. Like Biddy Tarot, it's a pretty good website. I feel like it's legit. Other people, I've asked people like on Reddit if it is legit, which Reddit, you say I take that out if you will, but yeah, people have said it there. It's a pretty good website, but here's like, let me go ahead and just move these so that you all can see them on camera. But here's my far past. Ooh, my far past. Yeah, for my far past, I'd have to say 3 of Swords. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. My mom, the cats, cats using the litter box. But here, my fear of failure is probably kind of messed me up. Like my overall like anxiety of like wanting to do this and with not being sure whether or not I want to do this or not being sure what I want to do as of now and in the near future. I'd say like my fear of failure is kind of breaking my heart, I guess you could say. And that's why I feel like I got the 3 of Swords here. Now for the 4 of Pentacles, I have gotten like money from like Christmas money, birthday money, stuff like that, and like graduation gifts from like relatives and family, and I have planned to keep that saved, and I have been saving it because I honestly want to open up a little shop, sell metaphysical stuff like crystals, tarot decks, do readings for people for money and stuff like that. Yeah, that's one of my plans for the future. So I feel like I've been doing pretty good as far as like keeping money. It's pretty smart because I don't have a job right now, but yeah, here's the present, the middle. I feel like with this I got the 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. But yeah, I feel like this card is telling me like I don't feel like I'm doing good enough, like emotionally or physically. Like I'm just having like I mentioned earlier, like this stuff is just irking at me and just eating at me. And I'd say for the 10 of Swords, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, 10 of Swords. For the 10 of Swords, I'd have to say it's probably meaning like I'm just kind of like right now I'm just kind of like over it. Like I'm like it's still somewhat there, but it's just like Like, I've just gotten through that little roller coaster, I guess you could say. And for the last card, Strength, I'd say just hang in there, and I'm sure good things will come to me. But yeah, that's just like a little, yeah, it's like, I guess you could say, like, my little reward at the end for hanging in there and just focusing on staying positive. I just gonna the negativity's just made its course. Now it's time for the positivity, and I'm sure the positivity will be sure to reward me. Now, that's just a couple of spreads, and that's just my 2 cents on the deck or whatever. But yeah, if you like this video, just go ahead and watch it. I mean, or, But yeah, I hope you guys learned a couple of these spreads. Maybe aside from the Celtic cross spread that I just did earlier, maybe these spreads you've never heard of these ones before, never seen these cards. These like the 3 cards and the 4 and the 5 be used like that. But yeah, I hope you learned something new about tarot, the spreads, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want me to make more, I'll make more. But yeah. But yeah, see ya.